Hey guys, today we're going to be drawing Mr. Potato Head.
I'm using the iPad Pro with the Procreate app. Now you don't need this to follow along. You can use a white sheet of paper, a black marker for outlines, and markers and crayons for coloring in. I occasionally may use a pencil to sketch first, so it's always handy to have that as well as an eraser. If you're new to Procreate, I also have a video called 25 Procreate Tips and Tricks, which is good to watch first because as I draw, I'll be using these actions. I will link that video below.
So let's start off by going into settings and enabling the drawing guide, which is going to bring up the grid. And then next, we want to make sure we got our HB pencil ready, or our sketching pencil, and then a black. And then our first layer, we're going to rename this to body, which I've already done. So let's start off by creating Mr. Potato Head's body. And basically it's a circle. And to make a perfect circle, don't let go of the pencil and just tap anywhere on the screen and it'll make a perfect circle. Just gonna move that into the center. And then with the sketch brush, we're gonna draw the rest of the shape. So our midpoint is probably right around there. Kind of looks like an avocado. And then we're just gonna erase this part. And then we can fix that after once we go over with the marker. And next we're gonna sketch the shoes. And then we're gonna grab that layer, swipe left and hit duplicate. And then we're gonna go to the arrow tool and then we're gonna flip horizontal. That will make a mirrored image. And then we can merge these two layers together. So click on that and hit merge down. And then we can center that. All right, next up, we're gonna do the arms. All right, so this is gonna be his basic shape. And we're gonna go and get rid of the drawing guide. So now we're gonna be tracing over with a black marker. So let's go and grab our black marker. And then we're gonna create a new layer called body. So let's trace the potato shape. And then we're gonna create a new layer called shoes. And next we're gonna create two new layers, one for each arm. So let's rename this to right arm. And that one to left arm. All right, so with his right arm, let's trace this. And then his left arm. So now we can get rid of that sketch layer. Just delete that. And we got 4 layers: body, shoes, right arm, and left arm. And then now we can begin just by coloring it. So let's go into the body. And then we're gonna grab a brown, and this time we can just color drop it. So I just realized I can't color drop into the shoes because I forgot to close the shape. So as you can see, it's kind of opened. So what we gotta do is just close it. So I'm gonna enable the body layer back just so that I can see where I gotta put that line. So we're just gonna trace that. And then now you can see it's closed. Okay, so let's grab that blue again. And then I'm just gonna drag it. And again, I just realized I didn't close the arms as well. So as you can see, we just gotta close that off. All right, and then let's grab a gray, a light gray, and we can just drag that in. All right, and now the fun part starts. We can start to decorate his face. So let's start with the eyes. Maybe we could draw, two types of eyes. Maybe an angry one and then a happy one. Okay, so let me grab my black marker and we're gonna create a new layer called eyes. All right, we're gonna draw an oval. Then we can grab a white. And then go back to a black. And then we can duplicate this one. And just merge that down. And what really makes their expression is their eyebrows. So let's create a new layer called eyebrows. So here are his angry eyebrows. And then we're gonna duplicate that again. And then we're gonna flip it. Let's merge that down. Actually, we can rename this to angry eyebrows. And then we could draw his nose. So let's put the nose above the arm layer. We'll just rename that as nose. And his nose is just a lighter shade of the brown. So we can grab that brown again just by holding, and the eyedropper will pick that up. All right, so next we could do another layer. We can make this happy eyebrows. So let's take off that angry eyebrow layer. And then this time, we can do something like that. And then we can duplicate that layer. And this time we can just rotate it. Okay, so let's merge these two down. And then next we could create a mustache. We can do a French mustache. Again, duplicate that layer and flip it. And then merge that down. And then next we can do a different type of mustache. So we should rename this one to Mustache 1. We could put French mustache. And this one, we can just name it as just mustache. Okay, let's take the first mustache off. And maybe we could just do just a regular one. Kind of like a Super Mario mustache. All right, and then next up, let's do his mouth. Let's name this mouth closed. And then we're gonna grab a red, and we're just gonna move this underneath the mustaches. And then we're just gonna turn off that mustache layer so we can see what we're doing. Okay, we can move that up a little bit. All right, so let's create a new layer, and then this time we're gonna call it just teeth. And we can grab a white, and then we're just gonna draw some big teeth. Then we're gonna grab just a light gray for outline. And then we can outline that with the red. And then lastly, we can do a hat. We're just gonna do a black hat. So let's rename that. All right guys, so there is your Mr. Potato Head. And if you want to change any of his characteristics, all you got to do is just uncheck mark whatever you want. So let's say you don't want him to have 2 arms, you want him to have 1 arm. And maybe you want him with angry eyebrows, with the French mustache, and no nose. And maybe his mouth closed. You can do whatever you want, just like in real life, but in a digital format. Hope you enjoyed this Make Your Own Mr. Potato Head.
To get notified of more new videos where I teach you to draw, be sure to subscribe to Draw with Marina.